The thing that I'm currently working on right now that's really taking the majority of my time is Shirlan Champagne. I'm the owner, importer of Shirlan Champagne, largest African-American owner, importer of champagne in the world. And what I see my responsibility is in this space is to really open up the lines of, revenue streams for everyone. There's a new vodka that comes out every month. There's a new tequila that comes out. There's a new wine that comes out. But in this champagne space, it's so limited. And from a branding standpoint, there's most people can't name 5 to 6 brands of champagne. And most of the champagnes that they name all come from the same house. It's made by the same, the same producer. So what we like to do in this space is things that we offer that are the differentiators are all our champagnes are either 0 sugar added or low sugar, low in sulfites. And most of the time when you drink other leading brand champagne, the complaint is you get a headache or sometimes you get sick. And you get sick or you get the headache from the sugar content because most of the champagnes that we get here in the United States are very high in sugar. So all our champagnes 90+ rated. We got the only 90+ rated portfolio of champagnes in the United States. And for all these hotelers who are here, for all the owners, I like to supply them with a product. So I would say financial literacy really it starts it starts at home, and all of us really are financial literate because what our moms and dads had to do on the daily in terms of squeezing a dollar or making a dollar go further than it normally would. All of us, who have grown up, not, kind of challenged or severely challenged, you had to stretch that dollar, you had to stretch that quarter, and you had to make, decisions every single day of what you was going to allocate that money to. And so you couldn't be wasteful with your money. And I've just taken that same strategy and continue that on into my professional career and now as an entrepreneur businessman. So I just think it just needs to be talked about in terms that people can truly understand. Sometimes we have to use the Wall Street definitions and the Wall Street terms of language, but then when you bring it back to just the commonality of all of us, a dollar is still a dollar, and how do we divide the dollar? Whether it be $1 or $1 million, you still have to talk about how that dollar is spent, how it's allocated. Do you spend 40 cents on the dollar on this? Do you spend 20 cents on the dollar on that? Spend 30 cents on the dollar on that? Okay, this is how much you have left. Now, how much are you going to save? So I would say there's 2 to 3 things that you really need to understand coming into the NBA or coming into sports and entertainment. A is that the platform and the responsibility that you have as a role model, as a mentor, as someone who can speak for the voiceless. There's a need for that right now more so than ever, and that has to be your #1 responsibility, because if it's not, then the society that we're living in, the American that we're living in, the American dream that we all aspire to have, we may not ever achieve that. It may not ever happen. So you really need to be able to speak to those issues. The second thing you got to understand is that when you're coming in, most of us come in, we are the first generations of wealth, and so that money has got to last for the second generation. It can't just be about you. So as being pioneers in the building, in the industry, being pioneers in your family in terms of wealth, you have a major responsibility as the first one through the door is to leave the door open. And the most important thing that you can do for that second generation that's coming behind you is to pour as much money into their education, into their health, into their safety, so they can have a chance to succeed. Because if they're healthy, safe, and educated, then they can participate in this American dream.